Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody today? Gonna give it a few minutes for everyone to join in, but we are back for another NFP OSOK. This is always a exciting time, and I'm doing just fine, Ali. Thank you. It's always an exciting time. Anytime we get a chance to compound our funded accounts, of course, it's fun. But as I always say, we must adhere to risk once this is over. This is only for expediting evals. This is not a strategy to trade. And if you cannot turn off your gambling switch from trying to rapidly pass evals to into your own trading, then don't do this. All right. Good morning, crew. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and get into it here. NFP. NFP has been historically known as the second best volatile injection into the market when it comes to certain news events. CPI is the best as far as how far price will actually move when the news drops. NFP last month wasn't so good. And we'll actually go look at those stats right now. That should have been 10-4. This one? No, that should have been 12-1. Give me a second here. We're going to go take a look at some stuff. Here we go. So let's go back and look at the last news event for NFP, which was in December the 6th. There you go. And so for those who are new and don't know how to input data into the data sheet, it's really simple. First thing we'll do is we'll measure from the open to the high of the first 5-minute candle. And that was on 1206. So that was 52 points. And then the manipulation leg first was 31.75. So then under here, we put in 31.75. Here we go. So and the whole point to the protection pad, I know for some that are new, is essentially if there's a way that doing this method, we can eliminate some of these manipulations, not all of them, but some of them, and get on side with the actual move of price, we have a higher chance of passing our evals this way. So whoever has access to this data sheet, you can find access to this data sheet. It is a premium feature for those that are in the Market Lens or in the Unicorn University. That is the only way to get access to this data sheet at this point in time, is to be a member in one of those discords. And essentially, I use 250K Apex accounts. My profit target is 15,000, and I can allocate 27 contracts as my total allocation. So in Q, I need 28 points to pass. So if I use a pad size of 24, that's going to give me an 82% pass rate. And what the pad does is for these smaller manipulations, 20, 0, 20, 19, 6, 14, 6, those smaller manipulations, it's going to prevent you from getting wicked out in the opposite direction before price actually makes the move in the real direction. Now, some of these we can't avoid. 36, that one was a fail. 27, that was a fail. 31, that was a fail. You can use a higher pad, but you're going to have a lower passing percentage. And the reason being is because if you only need 28 points, and essentially our orders don't execute until price has gone at least 24 points, well, then anything above 52 points on a manipulation leg, you will pass as well. So sometimes you can also pass on the manipulation leg of price move. So that's basically why we have a protection pad to help us get on side and see if there's any type of advantage we can have. So let's just go ahead and change the settings. 24. All right, very good. Where's my arrow? There it is. All right. Yeah, thanks, Jimmy. Caught that. All right. I want to change my kill zone and pivots. All right, there we go. All right, is there anybody new in here that doesn't understand how this works? Absolutely, Jerome. Nico, I would probably go with the larger pad. Okay. Well, welcome, Ali. Essentially, what we're doing is we're straddling the market. We're putting in stop orders on both sides of the market. And whichever one gets tagged in first, hopefully it goes straight to profit and you can rapidly pass evals. So essentially, I've done this now. I have successfully passed 11 accounts via this method. And when you do it, it essentially will pretty much do it instantly. Most of my passes have happened in about 2 seconds. So I will go through the process of how do you place the order on the charts. Libre, it's in both of my journals on the Market Lens and or Unicorn University. So it's in both of those. Yeah, 24 is the if you're using a 250K Apex account with 27 contracts and you're trying to get 15,000. That's why everyone asks me what's the pad, and I'm going to say this over and over. And if anybody been on my live streams or watched any of my live stream videos, I'm going to tell you I don't know what it is for you. It's different for everybody. You need to download the pad or the spreadsheet, put in the max amount of contract allocations that either is allowed or that you're going to use, put in your profit target, and then play around with the pad yourself, because every account's going to be different. So for me, a 250K Apex account has a $15,000 profit target and allocating 27 contracts, 24 is the best pad. It gives you an 82% passing rate. And that's what the OSOK indicator does for you, is it tells us this 24 point pad. So on each side. I just defined it, Jaden. I don't know if you heard that, but the pad is to protect you from manipulation in the opposite direction before price moves in the intended move, in the intended direction. That's what the spreadsheet tells you. So these numbers here are the first 5 minutes, first 5 minute candle after the news drops. So this is what manipulates. So in other words, price is going to go in the opposite direction before the real move. So what the pad does is it filters out a lot of that manipulation. So it prevents you from getting wicked out first. Or if the manipulation's big enough and the pad's small enough, you can pass on even the manipulation leg of the move. So that's where the pad comes into play. But essentially what we're doing is we're creating an order. And if we're below price, we're going to sell. And we're doing a sell stop. Okay. Sell stop is what we're going to do. We're not putting any stop loss. We're just doing a sell stop order. Make sure it's a stop order, not a market or a limit order. Because if you sell below price, it's instantly going to put you into a trade. And then for above price, we're going to do a buy stop buy order. And you do the same thing. Stop, put in your number of contracts, what your profit target is, and then you hit buy. And then what we do is 10 seconds before the news drops, I'm going to hold down the shift button, and then I drag my brackets down to where my pad is, where the protection pad is. And then you let go, and you see what happens. Okay, so Maggie, you don't keep both. Okay, what happens is soon, first of all, paper trading is hard to do this because of the fact that when you try to practice this with paper, the paper account freezes a lot and you're not able to do it. But essentially what you want to do is as soon as one of your orders is hit, you want to close the other side out. So if price drops and the sell side gets hit first, you immediately want to close out your buy stop, right? You don't want both of them getting hit or else the account, you're going to fail the account. So keep in mind, guys, I do this on Apex. One of the reasons why I do it on Apex is because they have some super cheap accounts. I mean, I think I just got these most recent accounts. It was $18. So essentially, I'm gambling $18, right? And that is the whole mindset behind this, that this is a 50-50 shot. That's why I call it one shot, one kill. Do we have some of a statistical edge? Sure. But what has happened in the past does not mean it's going to happen in the future. This is just based on historical data. Again, I have passed 11 accounts this way. It took me 18 attempts to pass 11 accounts, so 7 of them were fails. So I was 11 for 7 using this method. But it allows me to rapidly pass evals and get into an evaluation account for as cheap as I can. And total, with the Apex funded fee and my upfront fee, my average account cost me $130 to get into it for a fully funded $250,000 account, doing it this way. So it's all about being able to limit the amount of money we're giving to funded companies. That's how they make their money. Nothing wrong with that, but I don't want them to make all the money off of me. So that is the theory behind this mindset. I don't know, Ekru, I don't know how much it would be for a 50K account. I need a little bit more information. I need to know. Yep, it's still 85. Correct, Jimmy, it is. Ekru, I need to know what your profit target is. I need to know how many contracts you have. I don't know. Every eval account is different, guys. That's why when people ask this, I don't know. That's why I highly suggest you download the data sheet and you do it yourself so you guys can figure this out. I have only done it personally, Sally, on Apex. I don't trade any other funded companies other than Apex. It's also because of the rules that they allow. Some of the funded companies don't, first of all, allow any type of news tradings, even if it's eval or not. Some of them require you to take a certain minimum of trades. Some of them require you to have a certain minimum trading days. I know like Top Step, I believe you can only do like 50% in one shot. So this works the best with Apex. Doesn't mean you can't use it on other accounts. It just means it works the best with Apex. So that's the answer on that. So, but there are others in here that have used it for my funded futures and everybody else. So yeah, for Apex, you can use my code Day Trading Realtor. For my funded futures, I don't have a code for that. You can use the code Jimmy or T trades. But my personal code for Apex is day trading realtor. But I'm going to just focus on this right now, guys. I'm not going to answer any more questions. We got just a couple minutes to go. So if you guys are attempting this, I hope that you guys already have your orders on the chart ready to go, far out of the money, so you don't get executed beforehand. But again, this is a 50-50 shot, one kill. We're either going to pass or we're going to fail, guys. And that's just the mindset you have to have. Last couple NFPs haven't been all that great. Just full disclosure, I did attempt an OSOK on Jolts earlier this week. I have zero data collected on Jolts. I simply played for a straight one-sided move. So I basically just moved my orders right above and below prices, right before the news drop. And it actually worked. And my account went to over $15,000 profit. I had slippage. I've never not had slippage on this. So even if you do hit your profit target, if it's moving so fast and it comes back on you, price can come back on you. And by the time the order's actually executed to close out, it was only $9,700 in profit. And because of the total drawdown rule, trailing drawdown rule for Apex, I only had $113 left on my drawdown. So it's going to be pretty hard to pass another 5K with only $113 drawdown. So that there are some disadvantages, and that is one of them. So let's go. We got about 40 seconds. Good luck to everyone who is attempting this. That's good to hear, Jerome. So again, with 10 seconds left, that's where I'll move my orders. So there's the sell side and here's the buy side. And now we wait. Hey, there we go. Everybody should have passed today. Let's go. Hey. All right, that was a good one, guys. Hey, finally they gave it to us. Let's go. Yep, I absolutely passed. Heck yeah. So that slipped me on the positive side, which slipped me to 18,000. So I got 268,761 in the account. And here, I'll take a screenshot of this and just show you guys. So this is the account here. Let me bring this up. So there's my account. Boom. So that one slipped me positively by $3,000. So we have another past account. Let's go. Man, I love it when it does it on the live stream like this. Let's go. 3 of 4 accounts. Way to go, Jimmy. Way to go. There you go, Alexander. Okay, guys, who else passed? Anybody else? Passed. Let's go. Another passed. Let's go, Ian. Fantastic, gentlemen and ladies. Passed. That pad was the protection. Yes, it was. So let's talk about that, okay? So we had a 24-point pad, or at least I did. So price moved 18.25 points. So yeah, you get slippage on that. Yep, yeah, you get some slippage. There you go, Alexander. Yeah. So this is why we have a protection pad, guys. So a 24-point protection pad, at least in my instance, protected us from this 18.25 or 18.75 point manipulation move before price dropped. So, heck, yeah. Listen, Ali. That could be true, but if you study NFP, usually you can almost just play this retracement and price is going to probably take off. I mean, we probably took a bunch of sell side liquidity now, and most of the time, the first move that the first big move in NFP is usually a manipulation move. So it may be a good time to go long. Don't know. Have to look at more structure, but yeah, it's probably going to potentially just move back up. We'll see though. But I'm glad. Okay, so we had a bunch of people pass. Very good, very good. I pass as well. That'll make it number 12 for me. Fantastic. All right. Anybody have any questions? Thanks, Jimmy. So, Jaden, using the 10 pad, did you pass then? And if you did, you passed on the manipulation? You're welcome, Roger. Very welcome. Tyree, your issue was that you still had instant order placement checked. That should be okay. Hey, Libre, it's been fun chatting with you over there in my journal. I'm glad. Did you pass? Okay, so it's not a limit order, Tyree. It's a stop order. Even in fact, you're supposed to have the instant order placement on. So let me just walk through this again. When you're above price and you create an order, you want it to be a buy stop order, right? You want it to be a buy stop order. And then if you're below price, you want it to be a sell stop order. Yeah, 100%. That's what caused it. Yeah, it's a buy stop order. So I had mentioned that on the stream before. Maybe you weren't joined yet or didn't just hear, but it's definitely, yeah. You don't want to do a market, you don't want to do a limit, and you don't want to do a stop limit. You just want to do a straight up stop order. So it's in how using the order in order to place it. So that's exactly what happened. I can tell you. There's Krypton. Did you pass? Did you attempt, brother? For those asking for the indicator, I can it's a private indicator. It's free. I made it, but let me get a link for it. Holy cow! I just went to my Discord. I think I got a lot of messages to answer today. Hold on, let me go. Let me get the pad indicator here. Do. Let's see. All right. Where's my indicator? There it is. All right. So for everyone who is asking for a link to the pad indicator, it's in the chat right here. So free indicator. It's just private, so you just have to click on the link. That's okay. Hey, listen, Ian, that's fine. You can be 1,000 short. It's okay. Actually, you're not even. You're $900 short. So just go back to your normal strategy, and risks very small, and just pass that $900. That's happened a couple times with me. Like I said, it happened to me on Tuesday, and it slipped me to $9,700, but it screwed me in the fact that I didn't have much drawdown left. So it's 5,300. I got to go, and I only have 113 in total drawdown left. It's not really going to happen. So, but this happens, guys. It's going to slip you in the positive, and it's going to slip you in the negative. I can definitely say, after now, this is what my 19th or 20th attempt doing this. I have been slipped in the positive way more than I have been slipped in the negative. So. Order price is not appropriate. Tyree, what are you on Tradeovate? Jason, first timer trying it. Did you pass? No, Maggie, you definitely can. No, I know you're on TradingView, Tyree, but what is your broker? Like I'm on TradingView, but I'm logged into my Tradeovate account. So your brokerage account. Let's go, Tom. That's awesome to hear. You're ahead of me, brother. Good job. Yeah. Um not did you are you trying to allocate more contracts than you're allowed? Because if you put in more than the allowable contracts. Maggie, let me just show you. I don't Maggie, I don't know. Are you using Tradeovate? Okay. So we'll go through this process again. When you're above price, you want to right click, go to trade, create new order, put in, make sure you're on a buy and it's a stop, put in the number of contracts. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Jerome. I think it is too, possibly. So for me, my max allowable contracts is 27. If I put 28 in there, it's going to say the order is rejected, that it's not allowed. So I have 27 contracts. That's the maximum allowed contracts for Apex. I then put my profit target is 16,000, even though it's 15,000, just in case there is some slippage. And then I just hit buy. And then I go below price. So there's the buy stop. And then I go below price and I'm going to do a sell stop. Go down here, hit sell, stop, make sure I have my 27 contracts and my take profit, and then I sell. And there you go. And you can come down here and see I have a Tradeovate account. So I have a Tradeovate account from Apex inside of TradingView, and I can clearly have both sides on the screens. You do not get what window? When you right click on your mouse, this window right here. Sorry, Tyree. Yeah, brother. Absolutely. Listen, that happened to me a couple times on oil. I couldn't, I looked everywhere. I figured oil was the same number of contracts as um, futures, but for some reason I swore one time when I tried to do it for 27, it wouldn't let me. And it is 27 though, but I tried way too many contracts. Because the next thing is I want to try other news events like a oil inventory report, something like that. But hey, Luke, well done. Did you pass anything, young man? Okay, so you were able to do it then, Maggie. Good. All right, everyone. Well, that was an eventful day. That was very good. So once again, if you guys want access to the data sheet, you can join either the Market Lens, T Trades and AM Market Lens, or Ash Trades Unicorn University. And the pad is the spreadsheet is exclusive to those two communities. If you want to join either one of those communities, I do have links in the description to those communities, as well as if you want to get some Apex accounts. I want to do it now because they don't really have any sales. I do have links to Apex, and if you want to use my coupon code, that would be great. I don't charge any money for any of this stuff. So hey, if you want to give me a little bit of commission when you buy an account, you can use my code Day Trading Realtor. But I will continue streaming this method. Sometimes I don't always attempt, but I will continue on large news events doing this stream to try to help others. So that way we can try to get as many funded traders as we can. And keep in mind, guys, once this is over, turn off your instant order executions. Very important. And go back to the model or strategy that you play. This is only for passing evals rapidly. We are not going to attempt this and aren't allowed to attempt it in most funded companies or on your cash account. You will absolutely get your ass handed to you if you try this on your cash account and it goes wrong. So you don't definitely want to do this on a cash account. This is only for funded, only for evals. Be strict, be safe, and happy trading, guys.